When I first set out to do a charter school, I was actually playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it was 2018, I believe it was. And throughout on that off season, I was heavily involved with Fresno Unified School District, and that is when I started to think about, man, I want to do a school. I want to put a school together that will help our youth, and it was at that time when I asked the Kansas City Chiefs, to release me so that I can come back to my hometown and do this school. And one of the conversations that had came about was that the zoo has been looking to do a school like this for the past 10, 15 years. We were able to solidify a partnership with the Fresno Chaffee Zoo to give kids a hands-on learning experience of things that they can actually engage in, from an environmental standpoint and also from a career standpoint. When people think about the zoo, they think about, zoology and biologists, but people don't, rarely think about the financial people that are in the back offices at the zoo, the program directors, the chefs, and different other career paths that kids can explore in, So that was just one of my goals, to be able to give kids exposure to things that they wouldn't, be exposed to had they not gone to Golden Charter Academy. We are getting a state-of-the-art facility built directly across the street from the Fresno Chaffee Zoo. And our kids will actually be able to be there, like I said, Monday through Friday. And it will not be a field trip because of place-based education that is part of our curriculum. Our zoo days will be, an extension of our classroom. So kids will actually be learning and being in class while they're on the zoo grounds. Our targeted demographic is Southwest Fresno children and underserved communities within the zoo grounds, So I think after doing like the census tests and gathering a lot of the information around the Belmont area and the zoo area, it's one of the most impoverished areas in the valley. So we definitely want to cater to those students to provide hope for their future. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned, with this being a public charter school, any zip code kid will be able to attend it, but we will have preference for underserved youth. I always tell people I want to create the Disneyland schools, where every child will want to be and succeed, and if they're engaging at school and they're loving what they're doing, and they're enjoying themselves while they're at school, then the sky's the limit for them to be willing to learn and also, take those risks to, be the first one in their family to make it to college. I was the first person in my family to go to college and graduate, and it was due to my exposure of, the life that was outside of my neighborhood, So I'm hoping that the exposure that I got that changed my life would do the same for youth that grew up in the same environments as I did.